How often have you experienced people giving you the death stare or the side eye? A question that may seem strange to some, but for Ichiro, Kishimi and Fumitake Koga, it's the basis of their revolutionary book, The Courage to be Disliked. Rooted in the principles of Adlerian psychology, it introduces the idea of personal freedom achieved through the courage of being disliked. This isn't about being unkind or rude, but rather about not being afraid to be authentic, even if that means not meeting everyone's expectations. It's about understanding that we can't control others' feelings towards us, and we shouldn't try to. It's about separating tasks, knowing what lies within our own responsibility and what does not. In a world that often pressures us to conform and please others, the courage to be disliked is a liberating concept, a path to true freedom. To be disliked by someone, it's not necessarily a negative thing. Could it be perhaps a sign of freedom? What if you could accept yourself with all your flaws and strengths without the need for validation from others? Imagine a world where you embrace your individuality and celebrate your uniqueness. This is the power of self-acceptance, a pivotal concept discussed in the book, The Courage to be Disliked. The authors, Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga, propose an intriguing idea. All problems are interpersonal relationship problems. This statement doesn't suggest that all problems originate from our relationships with others, but rather it implies that the issues we face often stem from how we perceive and react to these relationships. Think about it. When we let go of the fear of disapproval or rejection, we unlock the ability to see ourselves clearly without the distorting lens of external judgment. We stop trying to be who we believe others want us to be and start being who we truly are. This brings us to another compelling concept from the book. Life is not a competition. It's a common misconception that we need to outdo others to find success and happiness. But the truth is, life isn't about being better than others. It's about being the best version of ourselves. When we stop comparing ourselves to others and start focusing on our personal growth, we find that true joy and fulfillment come from within. And here's where the real magic happens. The moment we truly accept ourselves, we realize that we are the only ones who can change our lives. We're not at the mercy of external circumstances or other people's opinions. We have the power to create our own happiness, to shape our destiny. By acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses, by embracing our unique journey, we empower ourselves to take control of our lives, to make the changes we desire. When you stop comparing yourself to others and start accepting who you are, you begin to understand that you have the power to change your life. This is the power of self-acceptance, the courage to be disliked, and the freedom to be unapologetically you. What if the purpose of our life is not to win, but to contribute? A question that upends how we typically view success and happiness. This is the essence of the Adlerian concept of community feeling. It's the idea that we find our place in the world not through personal victories, but through our contributions to others. Consider this. What if the meaning of our lives is not something we find, but something we give? It's in the act of giving, in the act of contributing, that we find a sense of belonging, a sense of happiness. It's this notion that underpins the Adlerian concept of giving meaning to one's life. And then there's the separation of tasks. It's about understanding what's in our control and what's not. It's about focusing our energies where they matter most, on our contributions, not on the outcomes. In the end, it's not about winning or losing. It's about contributing to the world and finding meaning in our lives. So, are you ready to embark on a journey towards freedom? Let's retrace the steps we've taken so far. We've explored the liberating power found in the courage to be disliked. It's not about being disliked for the sake of it, but about being true to oneself, regardless of external judgment. We've delved into the potency of self-acceptance, a force that allows us to recognize our worth and potential. It's not about being perfect, but acknowledging our imperfections and still embracing ourselves wholeheartedly. We've discovered the art of contribution, the act of giving without expecting anything in return. It's not about the size of the contribution, but the sincerity behind it. These principles are not meant to be merely understood, they're meant to be lived. Let's dare to be disliked, let's dare to accept ourselves, and let's dare to contribute. Remember, the journey towards freedom begins with a single step, the courage to be disliked.